All right. We're going to be talking about the water of life. We've been singing a lot of these songs about it today. You know, water, our key verse can be out of Book of John, chapter 7, verses 37 and 39. Before I read that, though, I'm going to let you know water is actually a very, very important part. It's about the most important substance known to man. You know, without it, we soon cease to exist, wouldn't we? We'd die, dehydrate. I mean, our blood's composed mostly of water. 90% of the human body is water. You know, that means any of us that are slightly on the chunky side, we're not fat, we're flooded, okay? We got a lot of flooding inside of us. You know, Jesus said that he was a fountain of water. And whoever drank from this fountain is never going to thirst. Start at verse 37. It says, on the last, this is about the feast of the tabernacle, I believe it was. They had on the last and greatest day of the feast, Jesus stood and said in a loud voice, if anyone is thirsty, let him come to me and drink. Whoever believes in me, as the scripture said, streams of living water will flow out from within him. By this he meant the Spirit, whom those who believed in him were later to receive. Up to that time, the Spirit had not been given, since Jesus had not yet been glorified. You know, he gives an invitation for spiritual, for us quenching our spiritual thirst. I mean, we all ought to be thirsty all the time. We don't need we don't need to be spiritually dehydrated before we come to Jesus.
No, we don't.
Usually, like when we're at work, when we're on hot days, we have heat classes. And we go through briefings on what to do for heat. Tell us to drink 8 hours every day. 8 ounces every hour of water. Or we have 10-ounce bottles or small bottles. We can drink one of those every hour out there in the heat. Because when you're starting to get real thirsty, that means you're starting to dehydrate. You start to dehydrate, then you can even in a spiritual sense, you can spiritually kind of die off, not function properly. Has anybody ever been dehydrated over here? Anybody in here ever been dehydrated at all? It's not a very good feeling.
No, it's not.
Real weak. You get all kinds of ailments. Well, that's what happens when we spiritually dehydrate. We got all kinds of water stuff going with this one.
Okay.
You know, Jesus is that water of life I'm talking about. You know, he gave an invitation. Well, the invitation, first off, is to the thirsty. Spiritually thirsty. Really spiritually thirsty, lost. They're to, he said, it wasn't the kings or the real rich. I mean, there's those who are thirsty, but the thirsty are those who feel in need of salvation. That's what he meant by thirsty. You're thirsting for your salvation. We can drink soda all day long. You're going to get thirsty.
Yeah.
People go, oh, I'll drink coffee or tea instead of water. Well, that caffeine will dry you out. Just like if you go to any false teaching, that can dry you out.
Yeah.
Real quick, couldn't it?
Yes, it will. Okay.
This is. But you know, we got to come to the point to realize that all men thirst,
Mm-hmm.
and women, I should put it to. But you know, people don't know what it is they want. It's like I said with the iced teas, sodas, whatever it is. I mean, it's just like when my wife and I go out to dinner sometimes. Where do you want to go? I don't know. So it's just like that. You get spiritually thirsty. You don't know. Spiritually thirsty. They don't know what they want. They don't. They have no idea. You know, they don't have any idea what they need. You're thinking. You know, they think they need. You know, maybe a religious action. And there's a difference between religion and also salvation and a relationship with Christ. I guess everybody knows what they really need, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
They need that water of life.
Yeah, we do.
I bet you know what that water of life is? Salvation.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus is going to fill us up. When you accept Christ, He just kind of takes this cup here, like I got about a half cup of water right here. If that was saved, that was representing a human. Any person that's not saved, they're only about half full or maybe a religious experience. Jesus is going to come, He's going to fill that cup up. He's going to fill us up so much, we're going to be just overflowing. Just, you look like those, kind of look like the cartoons where they drink a whole lot and you see the water coming out of their ears. That's what Jesus is going to do with us with spiritual water. You know, the invitation is general. I mean, it's a general invitation. You know, He stood and cried out. He stood up there, you know, he said cried out, it's more like yelled, you know. It's quite simple. Yelled in a very loud voice, if anyone's thirsty. I mean, He wanted to make sure He was heard. Just like kids. We all have, with our kids, they usually want to be known. They're going to get real loud. Because when I was basic training, that drill instructor wanted to be heard. He was very loud. Usually it's very loud right about this far in front of your face. But he said he wanted people to know. He wanted to get his point across. He said he was, the original thing I got said he's earnest, but he was serious. He's serious today. I mean, he's dead serious about that invitation, wanting you to take that water of life. Not the iced tea of life. Not the soda of life. Not the Gatorade of life. But the water of life. Plain water. Just like out here in this desert. To drink iced tea or coffee, it's not going to. You're going to get more dehydrated because of the caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
You can drink sports drinks, but then that's not going to quite
Help.
rehydrate you. I mean, the pure, plain water. I almost want to get that one song that was it from? Yeah, water. Yeah, I'm going to stand and sing for you guys. Then you're really going to be asking for salvation. You're probably asking for a bolt of lightning to come down. You know, he's showing his deep feelings of his heart, his love for his fellow man. You know, the deep feelings. Had an escapee in there. You know, if any man thirsts, any man, anybody thirsts. You don't have to be a certain race, certain, like a lot of people think Jews weren't, you know, the Jews always thought the Gentiles weren't going to be saved. Anybody's saved. He reaches out all across everything. Muslims, anybody wants to accept Christ, he's reached out. I'm going to give you water, everybody, get your water here. You know, and of course, here's one for the, I call the duh factor. The thirstier you are, the more you stand in need of water. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer right there, isn't it? If you're really, really thirsty, you're going to, first off, you're going to grab bottled water, stick your head into the garden hose, whatever. That's how I grew up, with a garden hose. Slipping out of the garden hose, and of course, we didn't have chromium-6 and Upland like out in Hinkley. But, you know, when you think, you know, the thirstier you are, the more you are in need of water. You really want to get thirsty. You want to get that water. You want to encourage a person to take that water when they're really thirsty. So if you don't, then they dehydrate. Usually we know what happens after that. Don't we? Death. If we get spiritually dehydrated, you spiritually die. Plain and simple. Last little point here. This invitation is free. You know, Jesus would have been like that commercial, you know. The invitation is free. He said, come unto me and drink. You know, come to him for that water. Come to him for water. I mean, he's going to give us the good water. I mean, the best water. And we all know what this water is like out here in this desert, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of alkaline, a lot of other junk in it. I mean, I never seen it when I poured a glass of water out of a fountain, looked like a glass of milk practically, until it finally all settled. And we've noticed too with the portable water that most of our appliances don't last that long. Our washers or dishwashers. When you look at it, when you get bad dose of spiritual water from the wrong people, it's going to be the same way. You're not going to. It's not looking out for your best interest. It's not looking out for you. That's what he's saying. Don't go into the world looking for any salvation, looking for having your spiritual thirst quenched. It's empty. Be like picking up a bill jug. Like, oh boy, I've had that with milk cartons. Go home. Go to reach in. Well, this one's come up empty. I love it when people do that, but that's about how Satan likes to do it. He'll give you this nice looking carton. Oh yeah. And you grab that carton of whether it's one container, whatever, you think is water, and it's empty. Isn't that I know it gets frustrating when you have that, when you grab an empty container. It says, don't go don't go to the law, it'll condemn you. We try living according to the legalistic method like the Pharisees had.
Mm-hmm.
We'd all be condemned, wouldn't we? We'd all be in trouble.
Yeah. All be incredible.
Do not go to the sacraments of the church. They were not intended to take away guilt. In other words, taking the, communion won't take away your sin. Just like baptism won't take away your sin. Asking Christ in your heart takes away your sin. It says, come unto me, drink the cup, drink that water of life. Drink it full. Don't just get yourself a little, you don't need one of these glasses to have a water of life. God wants you to have one of them, like Joanna's glass there, that great big one. I mean, He wants you to have abundant. God has that go big or go home business. Isn't that great that we have a God that's so generous?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do.
My last point I want to make is come without delay. Don't wait around. Listen, I'll go a little longer. I'll wait a little longer. Do you know when you're going to be called home? Do you know when you're going to die? I don't think so. I don't think any of us knows. I can live to be 100. My dad lived to be 91. Or I could die tomorrow in a car accident. Nobody knows, but God knows what it is, but He's wanting us to come without sitting there delaying it. And it's just like if you get back with the water again. If you hold off on getting dirty, drinking that water, say, I'm going to save, I'll wait a bit. You're going to get thirstier, and thirstier, and thirstier. Pretty soon you're going to medically have problems. You're going to have spiritual problems too. Just like with water, if you don't drink enough water, you're not going to have, you're going to be dehydrating, getting ill. Then spiritually, the spiritual water, you're going to get dehydrated and become spiritually sick. That's where Satan's going to want us. Satan wants people spiritually ill. He wants to try to keep us. See, God, it's a tug of war. We're in the middle of a tug of war, okay? You got one force pulling us, Christ pulling us to Him, and Satan's going, no, let's go back this way. But it's not going to be forceful. Satan's just going to kind of lure us. When we get that, instead of luring us to water, he's going to lure us to vinegar. We'll eventually go to vinegar. And I've done stuff. I've done it once before. We had in a class when I was in junior high school. They had stuff called quinine sulfate. I guess it was used at one time to treat malaria and stuff like that before. It looks just like water. It doesn't have a smell to it or nothing. So they try to leave waters out. One bar was good, and I ended up grabbing that glass of quinine sulfate, and that was like taking a whole mouthful of aspirins and chewing on them. It was really, really bitter. That's about the type of water Satan's going to give you. It's going to look good. It'll look refreshing until you take a drink of that water. You'll find out when it's too late that it's really not refreshing. With that, we're going to go for the invitation. I can get Robert out here too to kill the camera. So,
I'll go get them.
Okay. I need to, I don't know where this sovereign